London, centre of the world. A city of wealth and opportunity for some, exploitation and squalor for others.
I wish that I was in your shoes.
This city and its dark underside, it's there for the taking.
It's not easy to trust. I wanna love you, but
And I know just the person to help me. No matter how rich your foes,
The man is clearly an anarchist!
no matter how deadly,
Your move, Jacob, my dear! Burn!
we will not fail. Assassin Christmas.
After the disaster that was Assassin's Creed Unity, there was a lot of pressure on their newest entry, Syndicate. Assassin's Creed Syndicate has earned itself a Dimp Digital Buy It seal of approval, but is the step forward big enough to save this tumbling franchise? Stick around to find out.
And together, we'll take back London.
Here we are then, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, buy it or bin it review. You've got myself Apps here from the Dimp Digital team, and I'm going to take you through my personal review of Syndicate and give it its official grading. As always, let's kick things off with my cards on the table. First off, I've played every mainstream entry of Assassin's Creed apart from Rogue, which was launched on last gen hardware at the same time as the diabolical Unity, and I unfortunately chose Unity because I had my PS4 then. I wanted to see what it could do. And speaking of Unity, when I reviewed it, I gave it an ungraded grade essentially, and which in today's world equates itself to a bin it rating, so I was not happy with this whatsoever. Last piece is that I played this on the trusty PS4, and I didn't actually pay for this. I borrowed it off of Mr. Mark Smith Biff. That's my cards on the table dealt with. Let's crack on to the main review, and let's get it out there straight away. This is a lot better than Unity. It actually works. It works reasonably well this time, so immediately it's beating Unity on that front. And but it does. It offers a return to form almost for the franchise. First off, the setting. You know, the setting here is really well done. It's London during the Industrial Revolution, and that's something that I can get on board with. And yeah, perhaps it's because I am based in the UK and not too far away from London. It does make it a little bit easier to relate to. We don't get too many games based in the UK here, so it is nice when one comes along. But I can't fault the version of London that Ubisoft has created. It's not completely accurate. Obviously, it's not going to be on the same level as something like The Getaway, for those of you that remember that little game. But it hits all the recognisable landmarks that you need, and they don't over-egg the Cockney accent too much. And speaking of the Cockney accent, there's two main characters this time, so you actually can choose between the two, and it's Jacob and Evie Fryer. They are both assassins who are actually twins as well. They've got two separate kind of stories that you can go on. Evie, she's trying to hunt down the Piece of Eden, which to long-time members and fans of Assassin's Creed, they'll know what that is. It's sort of a powerful artifact that the Templars and the Assassins are always fighting over. So she's trying to hunt that down. And that usually ties the motives back to the present day parallel story that's going on, which doesn't interfere too much, was a good thing. But apart from that, it's not really that interesting. I didn't resonate with that. I didn't get on too well with that. I didn't find that part particularly interesting. Jacob, on the other hand, all he wants to do is take over London. Seriously, with him, you just build up this gang called the Rooks and begin fighting your way to rule London. It's great. It's a great change of pace, and it's so simple because this side of the story is a lot more relatable. As I said, it's a lot more streamlined, and it kind of gave me a Gangs of New York vibe, and that's enjoyable. Good film, and that's the great thing. So I was much more happy going through Jacob's kind of side of the story. You do have to do both, obviously, as it will tie itself together, but those missions and that part of the game I found far more better. Another bit, they always do this, but there's a few famous non-fictional people that will drop in. This time you've got Charles Dickens, Karl Marx, Charles Darwin, Alexander Graham Bell, and a few others. They'll all make an appearance in there in one way or another. The world, the environment, and the characters, they're all well done here in Syndicate, but for me that is That's all that Assassin's Creed, this current Assassin's Creed franchise has left. Syndicate, although it takes small steps forward, it doesn't move enough forward in terms of its moment-to-moment gameplay, in terms of the side quests, and just offering a consistent and gripping experience. They can be enjoyable with these games. The Assassin's Creed games can be enjoyable, and Syndicate was, but the current model they've got is definitely run their course, and I'm just happy that they're going to take a year off and work on this, because they can be great games. They were great games, but the desire to have these churned out every year, I think, has really hurt it. Having different teams doing it just meant there was no focus, and they haven't moved forward as well as they should be. And Syndicate is, it's back to where it should be, but it's still a little bit average. So if you are sick to your back teeth of the Assassin's Creed franchise, Syndicate won't offer you much to change your mind. But if you're like me and you're near that point, you're very close to that point, but not quite yet, Syndicate is worth a go, because it does have some good stuff in there for you to enjoy. It's just not a substantial move forward. My official grading for Assassin's Creed Syndicate is bronze. Thanks for your time, and ta-da.